Welcome, everybody to Seeing Stars. Yes, I know we're here at 10 p.m., not 10 a.m. That was on me, but my brother Jay News, he worked me in. So I was like, let me go and get in at 10. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this week we will be reviewing and previewing New Japan, actually, reviewing New Japan and GCW, previewing New Japan and CMLL because that's what they got going on. Kind of talk about some upcoming shows so y'all can see kind of what we're going to be talking about when it comes to these two companies. I think I found a couple of shows we can incorporate in the future, locking it down to make sure they steadily come on. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, how you doing, J News?
Tired. If I'm being honest, it's been a very long work day, but I haven't been able to talk about what transpired over the weekend on New Japan Pro Wrestling. I was not on True Heel Heat today with Sanal and SP3. It's going to be hard to find your good brother Jay News on True Heel Heat going forward due to time restrictions. So, if you're a fan of your good brother Jay News, stay tuned to the Workhorse Wrestling Network with me and Dolores on Monday mornings, because we're still going to do this on Monday mornings. If things change, then we will let you know.
Yeah.
But as of right now, today, holding it down, and we'll be talking about some things that went on.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
First things first, I know for my good brother ALW and for those out in the chat, I don't think you've really talked about this. Could be pronouncing his name wrong. Rossi with Stardom situation. I really
Mm.
feel a certain type of way, because for those people that are screaming on the internet thinking that AEW is somehow screwed, have we not seen like a whole bunch of New Japan stars go to AEW? So like right now, this is even. I always say WWE is. I wouldn't put it past them,
Mm.
but this is a situation where they. If we gonna be honest, they not getting as good of they getting good women talent, but they not getting the Okadas and Ospreys and all these type of people. So AEW's winning on this.
I think that let me get my thoughts together here. So, from my understanding of everything, um, people have put into the ether, into the universe, that the WWE had to do with the poaching of talent of Stardom women's wrestlers, the Joshi wrestlers, and stuff like that. But from my understanding, from reputable sources that watch Stardom all the time, know what's going on in Stardom backstage and things of that nature, this has got nothing to do with the WWE and everything to do with Rossi. Rossi started his own promotion because Rossi decided years ago to sell Stardom to Bushiroad. They kept them on as, basically, if you want to do from an equivalency standpoint, they kept them on like TKO kept Vince McMahon on
Yeah.
for company and creative standards. Rossi bit, got a couple mil for the company, and Bushiroad took over for promotional purposes and things of that nature. All these years later, they fire Rossi based on the fact that Rossi was poaching talent so that he could take that talent to his own new promotion. That's what's happening. WWE, AEW ain't got nothing to do but a lick of nothing with any of this. Rossi
Listen,
out here flipping dime on himself at the end of the day.
and
Meaning, go ahead, Los.
no, I'm saying I I understand the distrust of WWE.
Sure.
As a long time fan, I understand.
Mhm.
But not everything is like immediately we're gonna jump down their throat. And it doesn't help that some people like the ski and tweet. That doesn't work either.
Absolutely.
So it's
Absolutely.
like, and it's like at this point, I feel like you fit that thing that people talk. You know how old wrestlers like you're sitting behind your keyboard talking about stuff you don't know about. That's sometimes that's how I feel, and I'm like, once you get the inner stories of it, it's like it's not that bad. Even if it was that bad,
Mhm.
you all are getting talent. It's a connection there, but nobody ever talks about that. So why are you drawing attention to something that A has no business to do with you, and
Mhm.
B, you just wanted to get your lick back first.
Yeah, like to me it's all about Rossi wanted his promotion back, and he regretted the fact that he sold Stardom to Bushiroad. So with the money that he made from selling Stardom to Bushiroad, and whatever other money he was making, yearly salary wise with Bushiroad, he saved his pennies, licensed out and made his own incorporation, whatever they have over there in Japan, to start a
Yeah.
new promotion. And he was taking he was taking his most trusted Stardom talent to his promotion. The whole WWE link comes into play just because Julia's gonna go to the WWE. But the word is, and this isn't coming from J News, get onto the internet wrestling community. Go talk to people like Sean Ross Sapp. They've all said the same thing. Julia was willing to help Rossi start this new promotion before she went to the WWE. And Rossi was just taking other female talent from Stardom to start his company and whatnot, because they perceive Rossi as a father figure, basically. So that their trust is in Rossi. It's not in Bushi Road. Um, is it is it a bad look? Sure. You know what I'm saying? Sure, it's a
It's,
bad
I
look.
mean, it's still a bad look. It's just not as bad as it
Right.
came off initially
Right.
being.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this big uproar for like 2 days, where it's like, then when you find out, it's like, it's really. And then the more I hear people talk, it's like, well, really, AEW, you like, see, that's why they're going to WWE. But I'm like, New Japan stars go straight to you.
Mm-hmm.
So like, even if there was, what's the problem? Like,
It's
that's
all
what I said.
it's an
These
even
internet
split.
keyboard
It's
people
all
be
50
killing
50. We all do the same thing. What are we talking about out here? What are we talking about?
it.
No
Like,
one here has the moral high ground. Nobody has the moral high ground. People poaching talent going to places where they're just being offered more money, comfortability, things of that nature. If somebody could offer you that and you still get to do what you love, what does it matter where they go? The moral
and
high
I
ground was
mean,
lost a while ago.
to be honest, if you go back to when AEW first started, even in the beginning, they had a lot of Joshi wrestlers,
Mhm.
but a lot of them, even the ones that are still with the company, expressed that they were unhappy by the way they were treated,
Mhm.
and that they were just essentially thrown in America with no kind of stability, what to go, what to do. And so I can understand where if you're talking to your friend who works at AEW and they telling you, hey, I come to America, I don't have a place to stay, I'm just here, I don't know where to go, know what to do, they're not really helping me. Whereas WWE would at least, point you out where you could go. They pretty much all live in the same vicinity.
Mhm.
Everybody down, especially in NXT, in the same facility. Florida is their home base. So you have some kind of ground where you know where you at and where to go. They're not just gonna let you, because they know that America is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
no.
they want to make sure you get the things you need, the training you need. Make sure you a it's kind of like a corporate walk up where you walk up and you like, okay, before I come on TV, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to get this, I need to get that. They make sure you're stable. Whereas AEW is like, you're here, find out,
Right.
find it on your own. And I'm like, a lot of these wrestlers have actively came out and said, I came here, I was lost, I didn't know what to do. I wish I had somebody who could help me. A lot of them in the middle of the AEW started. Vicky was that person at the time
Mm.
who was like, okay, this is where you need to go. This is a stable place. I help go with you to do these things. They don't really have that anymore. And
Well,
even with Kenny helping people, it's still like he's not there like he used to be.
right.
So who's there to help them on
I,
this journey of getting where they need to be?
I mean, at this point, I think what happened is, and like a lot of things that happened in AEW, a lot of things were rushed to the
Yeah,
forefront, right? They didn't like you're saying, Dolores. A lot of stuff um, wasn't well thought out and well outlined, right? But from what I can understand, at least the Joshi wrestlers that have stayed and worked with AEW full time, Hikaru Shida, for example,
yeah,
right? She's been there full time. The only one to really return on a regular basis is Riho, right? And I also feel that, and she doesn't get spoken about a lot or enough, I think, is the job that Emi Sakura has done
yes,
to, one, help train some of the younger women's wrestlers, and secondarily, now she's there to help cement those. If
yeah,
AEW decides to sign any future Japanese talent or whatever the case is, help them accommodate themselves when they're here, because she's here now. She's not
yeah.
she's not with TJW anymore. You know,
And,
so
so, and also you have to look at your position.
mhm,
You can see. I believe WWE is being strategic.
mhm,
You can see. I see a Kyrie saying, I see all these people on top. At AEW, the only person we've really had on top is Hikaru Shida. Emery, can't pronounce her name. Sakura is like lower level.
sure,
Riho is like she gets these good pops like coming back, but she's just pretty much used. They use her like a rag doll. They throw her everywhere, and then it's supposed to be like, oh, but she's really good. It's like, how am I supposed to see that when 99 times I see her get thrown, and most of the times it's with Nyla Rose just slamming and beating her to death. And then I was supposed to believe that she's gonna come down here with this pipe and beat somebody for a championship. I can't believe it. So at that point, it's like, do you really think you got any hope coming in?
it's a tough sell, and I your point is very valid. I just feel like now AEW is in a better place to be able to give that help that you were talking about with incoming Japanese talent if it's needed. Um, and they have other wrestlers there who have been there long enough. Like right now, um, I think it's Yuka Sakazaki. She is on the AEW roster.
Yeah,
And she finished up her time over on Tokyo Joshi Pro, but she's been in America for like about a month now, and she hasn't been on
yeah,
TV. So she's getting accommodated and things of that nature. So they know what their mistakes, they know where their mistakes have been. So they're trying to rectify that as a fledged as a still growing company. But they also have to understand that they need to be able to have people to guide them through, right? Especially people that they
yeah,
have similarities or commonalities with, that can help them through that transitional period. And I think that's a big deal, for from a comfort standpoint, and then from on top of everything else, it'll help them be better on television once they reemerge and re-debut and things of that nature. So because I think they missed out on a lot of different talents, at least from a working standpoint, not even having to sign them full time, but a lot of talents, not just from Stardom as well, and from Tokyo Joshi Pro. There's a lot of girls that could have been worked with AEW, and to your point, Dolores, like just because of what others' experiences have been, a lot
yeah.
of girls said no. So it's like, Hikaru Shida's one of how many? You know what I'm saying?
And it's like, and I've said it. That's my only gripe. Well, I have a lot of, but my major gripe with AEW. You want, and I said this to the internet people. You want 9,000 women to come to AEW for one 9:30 spot, two pay-per-view matches. Like what do you expect when they gonna send them to NXT? I see a lot of NXT women's matches on a weekly basis on pay-per-views. I don't see that with AEW.
Sure.
It's like rarely do you get two matches. You might get a pre-show match. You know what I'm saying? That's not to me consistent of a company who wants to make a lane. If you want to make a lane for women, do more. Treat them like you treat the men. Some of these men I see on AEW TV, I'm like, why is this match even happening? I
Right.
mean, I used to scream at, no offense, I love you on the indies. Before you go there, so every time I saw you on my screen, I'm like, why the hell are you here? I need a woman's match. Okay? I already know how this is gonna end. I don't need to see this. He gonna get jobbed out, he gonna lose. Why am I seeing this when you could have placed a women's feud in there? But they do what they want to do.
No, yeah, they do what they want to do, but I think that they're heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
So that's a conversation to be had once we start to see it. Even though
Yeah.
we've already started to see it, but I think like with Mercedes' eventual emergence in a couple of weeks, um, we'll see if the women's division gets turned on its head like it's supposed to, and we'll go from there.
Yeah,
Um,
and I hope it does, but I think a part of me especially as a female, like wrestling fanatic, is like you get hyped for
yeah,
the AEW entrance,
mhm,
and then afterwards, like, ooh, they just let the air out. It's like, other than I would say Tony Storm, I agree is really good at her character, and I like her better now. But it's like Athena is killing it, but I don't
yeah,
get to see her every week.
sure.
Like, it's like these types of things that even what's her name is married to Johnny
Oh, Taya.
TV. Yeah, Taya. It's like Taya came in there and was like, oh, she's gonna kill it, she's gonna kill it, she's gonna get, and it's like, ooh, now she getting jobbed out. And I'm like, I need you all to do right. Listen, I have seen Billy Starks killing on the indies. We'll talk about that. But on TV, I don't get to see that. I don't get to see that
Right.
character. And she's in a place where she can do what she does on the indies. And they just like locking her in. And that's where the frustration is. It's like, I can see you indie wise do great. And I see potential storylines because you work with people from AEW on the indies. But
Mhm.
then you come into AEW and this is not the character I get to see. Nyla Rose, character online and on TV is great. Don't get to see that
Enough.
every
Yeah.
week. Yeah. So it's like I think WWE is somewhat changing because the moment maybe 2 years ago when Oscar started having her YouTube channel,
Kind of Chad TV.
yeah, it is great because it's like she gets to show you like her life, what
Mhm.
she experienced, like seeing her get her hair colored, seeing her eat her traditional foods here in America, trying
Mhm.
to find places, going shopping, new things. You get to know her outside of what we see on WWE, and a lot of people are getting to do that now.
Dolores, really random question about Kana Chan herself. Has she ever had her son on her YouTube channel?
No, not that I ever
Okay.
seen.
Okay. All right. All right.
And I think she deliberately avoids that.
Sure. Mhm.
And so I'm like, because at first, when somebody mentioned it to me, I was like, she got a kid? And they
Mhm.
was like, yeah. And I checked it out, and I was like, I don't see her child at all ever. And so I think she just kind of, because it really looks on the channel like she's a single woman with no kids,
Right.
just having a good time in life.
Mhm.
And so I think she just trying to, which I can understand. You
Yeah.
don't want to always
Right.
bring it in because the internet is vicious.
Yeah. For sure.
But ladies and gentlemen, it's J News here. We're gonna pronounce some names this week because last week your girl was like, "You can't count for me." Nope, 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 nope. I ain't going down without a fight. Now I am a little hoarse because I did have a stream last night for the Super Bowl on my
Mm.
channel. Being an eight-town girl, all that screaming and dancing with Usher, ladies and gentlemen, don't go back and look at that because I was doing my good hair toss and everything. Uh, you like, oh, eight times stomach. You getting then I was like, oh man, I gotta get up. I gotta get up in the morning. I gotta finish, I gotta watch some stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start off with the road to new beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about, because I think I've gotten up to May on all the promotions graphics.
Okay.
So we'll go over some of them at the end. And I realized New Japan, I'm very upset at all these road twos, all these cuts, all these everything. I was like, you know what? But at least we'll talk about it on the preview. I need you to give me a day in between because these back to backs are killing. Ladies and gentlemen, on the first Road to show.
This is back on February 5th. We had the Young Lions, Katsuya Murashima versus Sho Makato in a time limit draw. Bullet Club members Chase Owens, Kenta, and Taiji Ishimori defeated the Guerrillas of Destiny, El Phantasmo, Hikuleo, and Jado. El Desperado, Oleg Bolta, Shota Umino, Tomoaki Hanma, and Yo defeated House of Torture members Evil, Ren Narita, Sho Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Yujiro Takahashi, along with Dick Togo. TMDK's Kosei Fujita, Mikey Nichols, Shane Hastings, Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Chaos members Tomohiro Ishii and Toriano, along with Hiroshi Tanahashi and Togi Makabe. United Empires members Callum Newman, Francisco Akira, Great Khan, and TJP defeated Bullet Club War Dogs, Alex Coughlin, Clark Connors, David Finley, and Drilla Maloney with Gato on the side via DQ. On the 6th, and then the 2-5, we had Faction Warfare Gauntlet match. Los Ingo, but now doesn't happen. Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Shingo Kagi, Tetsuya Naito, Yoda Tsuji defeated just 5 guys. Doki Sonata, Tai Chi, Top, Commissioner Oko, and Yuri Uemura. Then they had it broke down into singles matches. So it was Sonata versus Tetsuya Naito on time limit draw. Shingo Takagi defeated Taka Michinoku. Shingo Takagi then defeated Tai Chi in a time limit draw. Then Doki defeated Bushi. Doki then went against Hiromu Takahashi in a time limit draw. And then Yoda Tsuji defeated Yuya Uemura. And this is where it all started, folks. The real challenge that Yoda Tsuji threw down. Well, Uemura really threw out a challenge against Yoda Tsuji once he lost the match. They are booked to have a hair versus hair match coming up. I believe on the 23rd. So they are.
All the ladies out there was like, no, like no, I know. Listen, I'm just gonna have a girl moment. I know Yuya with a haircut still is gonna be good. But boy, you gotta get your haircut. I don't feel the same way for you. I don't feel the same way for you.
Suj, if I'm not mistaken, I could be completely off base here, but I feel like I just saw his brother in a role on a series with like a fade or whatever, his twin brother and whatnot.
Yeah.
Guy, I swear I just seen him in a role in I believe it was Monarch. He was like playing a bartender or some shit. But anyways, he had a fade. It didn't look bad. It didn't look bad. So.
Listen, it's at a point, and let's be honest, they're close in age. But Big Suge look like he got some age on him, and the follicles don't come back like they used to.
Nah, so, they don't. But we'll see how it goes down. It's the first hair versus hair match in like the last 6-7 years, I think it was, because the last one Suzuki, that's when Suzuki lost his hair or whatever. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Suge could lose it. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, no offense, it's kind of thinning out. I'm like, I need you to call Doki and get some shampoo and stuff. I know what, but it is what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're still on the road.
Yes,
man, this road was long. It is long. We still gonna have to get back on it. But, ladies and gentlemen, 2-6.
February 6th, we had another Young Lion tag match here. We had Katsuya Murashima and Oleg Bolton defeated Sho Makato and Tomoaki Hanma. Chaos members Toriano and Yo, along with El Desperado, defeated House of Torture members Sho Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Yujiro Takahashi. Ryusuke Taguchi, along with Shota Umino and Yuji Nagata, defeated House of Torture members Dick Togo, Evil, and Ren Narita. Bullet Club members Chase Owens, Kenta, and Taiji Ishimori defeated Guerrillas of Destiny's El Phantasmo, Hikuleo, and Jado. We then go ahead. TMDK members Kosei Fujita, Mikey Nichols, Shane Hastings, Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi, Tiger Mask, Togi Makabe, and Tomohiro Ishii. 8-man tag match of Bullet Club War Dog members Alex Coughlin, Clark Connors, David Finley, and Drilla Maloney defeated United Empire members Callum Newman, Francisco Akira, Great Khan, and TJP. Los Ingobernables de Japón, Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Shingo Takagi, Tetsuya Naito, and Yuta Tsuji defeated just five guys: Doki, Sonata, Tai Chi, Taka Michinoku, and Yuya Uemura.
Ladies and gentlemen, we still driving.
Still
We
dry.
still driving, and this is on the 8th.
On the 8th here, we have TMDK members Kosei Fujita, Hideko, Shane Hastings, Zack Sabre Jr. defeating Hiroshi Tanahashi, Togi Makabe, Togi Akiyama, and Yoshihashi. Bullet Club War Dogs, Alice Coughlin, Clark Connors, David Finley, Joe Maloney, and Gabe Kidd defeated United Empire's Callum Newman, Francesco Akira, Great Okan Hanare, and TJP. Just five guys: Doki, Sonata, Tai Chi, Takuma Shinoku, and Yuya Uemura defeated Los Ingobernables Japón, Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Shingo Takagi, Tetsuya Naito, and Yota Tsuji. We then go Oleg Boltin on the 9th of February, another Road 2 show. Oleg Boltin and Shobakato defeated Katsuya Murashima and Yuji Nagata. Chaos members Toriano and Yo, along with El Desperado, defeated House of Torture member Show Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Yujiro Takahashi. Rishika Taguchi, along with Shota Umino and Tomoaki Hanma, defeated House of Torture members Dick Togo, Evil, and Ren Narita. Bullet Club, Chase Owens, Kenta, and Taiji Ishimura defeated Guerrillas of Destiny, El Phantasmo, Hikuleo, and Jado. We then had TMDK members Kosei Fujita, Maki Nego, Shane Hastings, Zack Sabre Jr. defeat Hiroshi Tanahashi, Tiger Mask, Togi Makabe, and Yoshihashi. We then have the Bullet Club War Dogs, Alex Coughlin, Clark Connors, David Finley, Trilla Maloney, and Gabe Kidd defeat United Empire's Callum Newman, Francisco Akira, Great Okan, Hanare, and TJP. We then had just five guys: Doki, Sonata, Tai Chi, Takumi Shinoku, and Yuya Uemura defeat Los Ingobernables de Japón, Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Shingo Takagi, Tetsuya Naito, and Yota Tsuji. Then new beginning in Osaka, folks. That happened on February 11th, just a day ago. We had Chaos members Toriano and Yo defeat Oleg Boltin and Ryusuke Taguchi. Bishiman, Hiroki Goto, and Yoshihashi defeated the United Empire's Callum Newman and Great Okan. We then had the House of Torture, Evil, Ren Narita, Show Yujiro Takahashi defeat El Desperado, Shota Umino, Tiger Mask, and Tomoaki Hanma. Just five guys: Doki, Sonata, Tai Chi, Taka Michinoku, Yuya Uemura defeated Los Ingobernables Japón's Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Shingo Takagi, Tetsuya Naito, and Yota Tsuji. We then had what I thought was quite the shocker. Kazuchika Okada defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi in a match. Then we had the IWGP Tag Team title match here. Bullet Club's Chase Owen and Kenta actually won the IWGP World Heavyweight Tag Team Championships against El Phantasmo and Hikuleo. Title change, another shocker for me here. Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson, in a lot of people's opinions, had the 2024 match of the year, where Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Bryan Danielson in that match. And then at the end of it all, probably the most insane cage match I have seen this side of, I don't even know, man, like the first War Games match way back in the day. Not NXT, I'm talking about WCW. Bullet Club War Dogs, Alice Coughlin, Clark Connors, David Finley, Drilla Maloney, and Gabe Kidd, with Gato, defeated United Empire's Francesco Akira, Hanare, Jeff Cobb, TJP, and Will Ospreay. Folks, that show in Osaka was something else. Between Zack Sabre Jr. and that 5-on-5 War Games-esque match, it was crazy. It was crazy. We knew that Will Ospreay was fitting to go out on the Shield and take the loss here, which he did. Right? Yeah. He went out gangland style. Like he went out of the ring and he took all the shots and then he got in. Big ups to Will for that one. His exit from the ring and him thanking the fans was a great moment for him. A lot of people online. I'm gonna stay true, Dolores. I'm gonna stay true. I'm not gonna deviate here, Dolores. A lot of people online trying to give David Finley a vote of confidence here. No, sir. No, sir. No, not at all. Not at all. No, sir. No. Because you bleed doesn't give you any validity. Okay? I don't care. It's, oh, yeah, he led the troops. Did he really lead the troops? Did he? Or did everybody go ahead and do their own thing and took spotlight for themselves, given moments? Maloney had good moments. Obviously, had good moments and stuff like that. Clark Connors is a freaking superstar. I don't care what anybody says. That dude, he is prime for prime time TV. And then
did he resign? His contract is up.
Dolores, your guess right now is as good as mine. I don't know what's going on with half those
kids.
From
my understanding, I think the last time we talked about it, or no, I think in the chat somewhere or something. Clark Connors signed a year contract a year ago.
A year ago, correct.
And so it should be up.
Right.
And from my understanding, he was wielding calls. But to me, just to me, looking at the track record of everything else, if he decides to leave, he's just gonna go to
So
AEW.
here's this is my honest opinion, right? Because honest, I'm always giving everybody my honest opinion. Here's my jokes. What the hell? Connor, Jesus, Clark Connors, specifically. He signed a 1 year deal a year ago. He's up and out. Alex Coglin's initial 5 year contract is over.
Over.
He was backstage and he said, "Thank you." Sign language wise, we don't know what's happening with him. Drilla Maloney's contract been up. He's doing per shots. And from source says, close to your good brother Jay Deuce, it seems like that madman is also working without a deal.
Mm-hmm.
So David Finley is honestly the only signed member of the War Dogs currently.
And he's gonna leave too.
I don't know that.
Because
I don't know that.
because I don't know if you saw the interview he had where he talked about he's sitting. That's when he revealed that his brother was signed
To
with
WWE, right? Mm-hmm.
yeah, and he said, "My dad wants me to come work for the WWE, and I no, I got some stuff I want to accomplish while I'm still under contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling." So it's like he is sitting there like, I'm gonna accomplish these things, or I'm assuming win more titles, show
Sure.
that he can lead, and then he's gonna bounce out and go
We'll
where everybody else is going.
we'll see how that goes. I just don't look, man. Look, I've always said
I honestly think he might do better in WWE because he seems like that they can make a character for him and give him like right now he having a freestyle and freestyle ain't working for him. He
oh,
needs somebody to tell him what to do and what to say.
I agree with you there. The only thing is that I don't know what happens with him character wise. Just because, yet again, this is my own personal opinion.
Yeah.
Believability is a thing. I just don't believe anything that he's trying to sell me right now, Dolores. I just don't.
But you have okay, like him working with his dad, maybe because NXT has done this multiple times even recently. You come in as the quote unquote, I'm trying to prove myself. I'm trying to have my Cody Rhodes moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to prove that I am not, my dad's bum kid. And then you work your way up and then you turn heel and then you act a fool. Because that's been a WWE pattern since I don't know when. It's like, you're the son of such and such, and you're a bum. And so you have to rebuild yourself. I mean, even when you think about Randy Orton, he had that storyline at that time when he quote unquote kicked his dad in the head.
Right.
That like his dad was like, you're not as good as me. You're a bum. And he kind of was like snapped. So at that moment, it's like I'm like, oh, this is what they do with all the kids. Cody is trying to finish his dad's story.
Yeah.
It always has this to do with the parent. It's like, oh, my dad, oh, my mom, all this. The only person who has not acknowledged their parent is Ava.
Sure. I mean,
and it's not working out for her. So at that point, we might as well just acknowledge.
I feel like, hence the acknowledge, right? So let me say something. I feel bad. First of all, I feel bad for that young lady, just for what she's been going through, social media wise, and all the unnecessitated and unwarranted hate.
She calls him praise.
Yeah. So that to me was like ridiculous. And these overly obsessed wrestling fans need to get a grip, because folks, regardless of how you feel, sports entertainment, pro wrestling is still a genre of entertainment, right? This shit ain't real. Stop, the whole the whole thing about it's still real to me, damn it. Like that's
Yeah.
that's kayfabe. That's kayfabe. That's because you're a big fan and you want to be able to suspend your disbelief for the immediate moment that you're watching your pro wrestling. Cool. Afterwards, when you take the time to be sitting on your goddamn phone or be behind a keyboard and your keyboard warring it up, folks, the lights are off. The smoke is cleared. The wrestlers are outside of the ring. It's over. The show is over.
I'm gonna do my, and ladies and gentlemen, this is probably the first time you've heard me say it, but this is the first time I'm gonna do it live. When you in your house and you like, I don't like you. You did this. I'm looking at you when you post these things and be like, get a life. Find you a mate. Go out. Go somewhere. Go touch grass. Because ain't no way you sitting at home. I can understand, like, for instance, in my house, we were all excited for Cody to come out there and finally say, this is a bush. Okay? I don't know what y'all doing, but y'all talking around me, but not talking to me. Oh, and at that point, I was like, finally, I found your ball somewhere. But I'm not going to sit on my computer and be like, you know what? If you never do this again, I am never going to watch you one more time. This is not fair. No. No, we up here, we discuss things, but we not gonna get online. We not gonna threaten nobody. Listen, the fact that you threaten somebody over, that's like me threatening Sonny Corinthos on Days of Our Lives because he did something I didn't like. What kind of stuff is this?
We do we're not doing our fandom any justice, to be quite honest. But
I think they really upset. And a part of me feels like some people get punked in real life and they feel like they have power on the keyboard.
it's a damn shame.
My neighbor that talks to me ragged, but I'm going to tell Ava how I feel about her.
That to me is ridiculous. She's 21, 22 years old. She's barely lived a life yet, and she just wants to be in the industry because she loves it. You know what I'm saying? She's got so much ahead of her, and like to have to deal with stuff like this is like
The
it's
only thing with Ava that I hate to say this irks me is the whole bunny rabbit thing she does. And I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. I just want you to just talk to me. Okay? Talk to me. And it seems like she's a little hesitant. And I'm like, when I see videos of you talking to your mom, talking to other people in the PC before you got on NXT, there was a person that I saw that was like, oh, she can do this.
Mhm.
Even her old videos of her cutting promos, she can do this. But it seems like when the lights are on, I don't know where she goes. And it's like that's the interaction she had before the NXT pay-per-view when she was like, Jack, you won't be able to do this. I'm not gonna give you this match. I'm sitting there looking at her like, just say I'm not giving you this match. You just threw this man in the trash can. That's all I wanted you to say. Instead, it took us 2 whole minutes for her to tell me, I don't want to give you this match. And then we had to get Gacy to come out of the trash can and say, I want the match. And then she goes, well, you get the match. They just get up out of here. I was like, come on now. Just talk regular to me. Talk regular. But think like that camera is just your friend. Talk to me. Every time she come on my screen on NXT, I'm like,
it's
I want to this so bad.
it's different for everybody. But I think that at the end of the day, based on how it all went down on New Beginning in Osaka, and just not knowing the futures of some of these guys, it's pretty like, I don't know, man. It's cumbersome a bit because it's like I don't even know what's going to happen come the 23rd and the 24th. It's just like, are these guys still on the shows? Like, what's going on?
I have a real question. I know that AEW has a working relationship with New Japan.
Yes, correct.
But at this point, they are taking everything from you.
So
do you be like, this once in a while, them coming back to work for an open door or a match on TV once in a while, is this worth it?
I'm not. I think it's really more not to justify it, but it's more the fact of it is more the bigger stars, right? So
Yeah.
I don't expect Clark Connors to go to AEW. I honestly expect a guy like Clark Connors or Alex Coughlin and those guys to actually motor their ways to NXT. To be quite honest, but that's me
Mm-mm.
thinking that personally. I don't necessarily know if that's going to happen. As to where they want to go, or where maybe TNA is an option for those guys.
Did
Or
you
yeah,
see what they
TNA,
did
right?
to Carl Frederick?
Huh?
Was it Carl Fredericks? Did you
Yeah,
see what they did to him in NXT? He
that
is a
they
Crip
neutered him.
Walk Indian
Yeah,
now. Yeah, that's not gonna work. If I saw that, I'd be like, I can't. Y'all did him like this? Oh no, you can't do me like this. He
because
is a Crip walking Indian, and every time I see it, it makes me angry. I'm like, I saw this man on New Japan, and that he is a Crip walking Indian on NXT. It makes me angry.
I hear you, I hear you, but it was his choice. He thought he was gonna, he always wanted the bigger spotlight and things of that nature, and
Oh,
he's been
I
stuck
forgot.
on
He's a Crip walking DJ Indian. That's what he is. That's his character.
really.
He yes, he's like DJing. He has the Indian garb on. He comes out and he does his little dance. And so I am like, this is what you all have turned this man into.
I don't watch enough, but the times because stuff comes up on my uh on my YouTube feed, and he'll always
Yeah.
come up on those NXT level up shows, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, what are we doing, dude? You could have just straight. But I also understood that they didn't want us. They didn't sign him main roster New Japan in Japan and whatnot. So he said he figured just to go to NXT to see as to what it would be over there. But like, I think that the younger guys and the War Dogs have a shot at NXT. I think um
My
Gabe Kidd,
my melanated brother lover. That's what he
I think Gabe Kidd has a good shot at maybe taking his talents to AEW. I think Gabe Kidd out of all of them. I think all the other guys they'll probably either end up on NXT or TNA and whatnot,
They're
unless
all
they
doing good with X-rated characters, and then you can't do the X-rated character in WWE.
right.
So it's like I can see them taking Drilla Maloney in NXT. He being some Italian mob boss or something. Like, listen, I don't want to do that to them. I have to admit, Sean is still doing Sean, and Triple H is like, I'm the boss. I'm gonna change things around here. Sean is like, we still gonna do what we gotta do. Because I don't forgot the new girl, ALW might know her name. And she come in the package where she's like, you can't mess with my family. And when they called it Rizzo, she's like, they called me Rizzo. And I'm looking at her like, I bet you
Oh,
ain't never.
is she part of the Tony D'Angelo family thing?
She came out of nowhere and she's like, I'm Rizzo and I handle things. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, you look like you ain't never had a day in your life where you had to worry about throwing somebody in the trunk at all. Like, come on, make it make sense.
It's the characterization of some of these young people in the wrestling business. Uh, it's unique. It's interesting, I would say. But I just wish the best for the boys because I think they're all super talented
Yeah,
and
get that
they should.
bag, get that money. But also, if you care about how you out here looking, unless you can make it to the main roster, Carl is letting you all know and some other people ain't working out.
It ain't working. No, it's not. It's not working out. Legit,
The
legit.
moment they had to tell you you're gonna crip rock to the ring and you're gonna be a DJ with Indian garb on. What part of that was you like? He's like, I'm
Okay.
getting my Indian.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's bad cultural appropriation, I think. But if he had anything to do with that gimmick at all,
He
bro,
sell it. He tried to sell it too. He got when he first he had like the headphones and the DJ for like 2 weeks. That before he even came out. It was like he looked so different. I had when somebody mentioned it to me that's who it was. I was like, that don't look like that same man. I don't know who you talking about. And then I had to look it up, and I was like, that is him, but he didn't do this in New Japan, and he was just like the DJing, and then he come out and he was crip walking, and I was like, and every week it got worse and worse, and he keeps getting his butt kicked, and I'm like, that this is a mistake.
Yeah.
You need to start talking. Y'all need to start talking to Triple H. If you're gonna come over, talk to Triple H. Cause Sean is messing up people. Sean, somebody best described it. NXT is just Shawn Michaels' career in new form. He's playing the same hit, but he like it's new to you. It ain't new to me. It's new to you. Y'all, if these new kids ain't seen this, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna have a barbershop moment. I'm gonna do all
Yes,
of
I
it.
peeped that the whole JC. Like when I saw it back, I was like, "Oh, JC Jane and Gigi, like, yeah, yeah." That moment, that Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty moment marked my childhood as a wrestling fan. Having
Yeah.
literally sitting on my freaking couch watching that on WWF Superstars that Saturday morning, and I said to myself, "What just happened? These guys are best friends."
As I saw the door, I was like, Sean go Sean. We gonna repeat ourselves. Or the quote unquote, I lost hope. We going through that now again. The only thing, and listen, and I say it to this day, it's so mean. And Romeo planted this seed. I blame Romeo. When they had the storyline where Roxanne fainted in the middle of the ring. They didn't know what was wrong. Then they said she had what she does. She's talked about it and realized she has anxiety. So they used it as a part of the storyline. And Sean put her in a match a week later in front of a bigger crowd. And she just said she had anxiety and fell out. And then it was a ladder match. Romeo planted his seed where I'm like, I want Roxanne to climb to the top, reach out for the belt, and look around, and just fall out and fall off the ladder.
Wow.
I was like, if she do that, I would be like, she lost. And she was like, now she's been losing, fighting people. And I'm like, that would have been her moment if she just got to the top and had like a moment of where she felt anxiety and just fell out. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't explain to you. It didn't make no sense to me why she had an anxiety attack and fell out. And then a week or two later, she can go in front of a bigger crowd in a bigger match and be just fine.
Oh man. Oh man. But
Ladies and gentlemen, we on the Jay News's favorite part.
yeah,
The part where I have no control because I can't say a look of nobody's name. I
yeah.
was like,
All right. So
we are
folks,
on.
if you're not aware, today is the day they have started the tour. New Japan Pro Wrestling and CMLL, el Consejo Municipal de la Lucha Libre. They have started Fantastica Maria 2024. It is on and popping. It started off today. We have a couple of tag matches here. So at the beginning, we had Defunto and Doki defeat Bullet Club members Bone Soldier. Bone Soldier, baby. He came back. And Gato. Then we had the lightning match. We have Magnus versus Tiger Mask in the time limit draw. We then had Los Ingobernables de Japón, Bushi, Tetsuya Naito, and Titan, along with Kamaitachi, defeating Brillante Jr., El Desperado, Ryusuke Taguchi, and Stigma. Okamura was on the show, along with Strong Machine J and Yo. They defeated Dark Panther, Pegaso, and Tomoaki Hanma. We had the transcendent Tekker himself, Hechicero, along with Rocky Romero and Soberano Jr., defeat Atlantis Jr., Templario, and Volador Jr. Templarios having one hell of a 2024 so far, by the way. We then had Hiroshi Tanahashi, Máscara Dorada, and Místico defeat Francisco Akira, Stuka Jr., and Ultimo Guerrero here today.
Listen, I've never in my life felt the need to.
What?
I've never had the need to feel like I looked at this and I was like, I feel like somebody gonna break their neck. And I was just like, I was like, come on, Brian, you too old to do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Like I was just screaming at my TV. I was like, and I was the crazy thing was I watched it this morning live. I rewatched it because I was like, at that point, I was like, okay, well, I haven't heard from Jay News, so I need to try to learn some of these names. Which, ladies and gentlemen, I tried to say them, and the way I just heard Jay News say them, I wouldn't have been nowhere on point. Listen, y'all would have had me up here counsel. I've been able to talk to y'all like this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm seeing stars today. I would have taken my name better off and everything. So I was like, but then when I was like, it's over with. After the last match, I was like, I thought we were gonna do some more, and they were like,
No. Yeah, that's why I love fantastic. That's why I like and love Fantastica Manía so much. The freaking shows are like 2 hours long. That's it.
You're gonna be real disappointed on the previews we have updates because they turned into road 2 shows after a while.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, the tours are usually about 4 or 5 days long, anyways, and they're more or less road 2s until the last show of the tour. So yeah, I know.
I thought I was like I'm struck. I'm on GCW is now incorporating new stars, and I'm like struggling with their names, and I'm like it's bad enough I'm struggling with their names. Ladies and gentlemen, so if you ever see me just call somebody first name out, or you ever just see me give the group name, it's because I ain't trying to get canceled, ladies and gentlemen. You know how nowadays you said something wrong, they be like, I think I heard, and then they cancel you. I'm like, can't do that. Last week, I think, was it? No, it wasn't. It was somebody with the name that Spanish sounds black. And I'm like, if as soon as I say this, it's not gonna be, first of all, it's not gonna be nowhere near what it's supposed to be. And this be, I'm gonna get canceled. So no. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the day. We had 2 days of this where we do the BS of the BS here. Where GCW and JCW combine to have the Jersey J Cup, ladies and gentlemen. 2 nights. I had to catch up from Sunday because I was looking at it. I looked at it that night after the Super Bowl because J News be having me up and working hard for my money. Ladies and gentlemen, on the first day, we had for the Jersey J Cup first round matches. Nick Wayne defeated Marcus Mathers. Matt defeated Matt McCoskey. Listen, these names. I'm like, y'all need to simplify. Tony Deppen, Masha Slamovich, my girl. Jay News missed it, but last week we got our first girl into the spotlight, and it was Masha Slamovich.
Nice.
And we'll talk about the next day because I was like, I'm proud. I predicted it. Defeated man like Darice. Joey Janela defeated Kerry Morton. Yes, I did say it. I said Kerry. Alec Price defeated Jonathan Gresham. I was mad at that. And then we had a 6-way match where Myron Reed defeated Billy Starks, Charles Mason, Cole Radrick, Jack Cartwheel, and Mr. Danger. For the GCW tag team titles, Violence is Forever kept their championship by defeating the Astronauts.
Fuminori Abe and Takuya Nomura. Interesting.
See, that's why we need J News here because, my brain only retains so much. On the second night, for the quarterfinals, we had Alex Price defeat Joey Janela. Masha Slamovich defeated Matt McCoskey. Matt. Nick Wayne defeated the Great Seth.
So, hold on a second, Dolores. How did Nick Wayne face the Great Sasuke in a quarterfinal match? He wasn't even in the first round match.
Yeah, he was.
The Great Sasuke?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they put him in here there to face because somebody else. I think somebody might have gotten injured.
Okay.
Jordan Oliver defeated Myron Reed. Sorry. That was for the Jersey J Cup. We had the Astronaut defeat Jonathan Gresham and Mike Bailey. I was upset. Okay. And Cardi upset is the Lord's upset. Okay. We had Masha for the semifinals. Masha Slamovich defeated Alec Price, and Jordan Oliver, the defending champion of the J Cup, defeated Nick Wayne. We had a 12-man tag match. Alley Catch, Cole Radrick, Los Macisos, Man Like Doris, and Mr. Danger defeated Charles Mason, Griffin McCoy, Jack Cartwheel, Jimmy Lloyd, Kerry Morton, Tony Deppen. Okay, and for the two matches I kind of enjoyed, I just want to shout out GCW. Please take the belt off Blake Christian. Okay, I at this point am upset. Okay, this upsets me because Masha had a great championship reign. It was cut short, but I understand because shortly after she dropped the title, she became tag team champion over at TNA. We had GCW World Title match. Blake Christian defeated Homicide. And for the JCW Jersey J Cup final match, Masa Slamovich defeated Jordan Oliver by referee's decision, aka she choked that man out. She choked that man out. She got that man like this, and he was just lip. I was like, oh, after a good match, she wrapped her legs around him. She got that arm, and he was just, and the referee didn't even pull his hand up. He was like, you out. Bye.
Masha's out here doing some real big things. I just remember watching her on like an episode of NWA once, and I said to myself, "Yo, this chick's hardcore," just from the look of it, right? And then I've getting to know her more just through you always telling me about GCW and like just catching random YouTube videos of her, and I'm like, oh yeah, she is hardcore.
The time, like her GCW title reign was great. It ended, and I would say it because she was fighting Rina Yamashita for the title. That Rina Yamashita had fought. We had watched it for 2 days. Fought, been through glass, jumped off a thing. They were having a back and forth, and Blake Christian had the opportunity, kind of like Money in the Bank, to cash in. And both women were down on a hard door. And as Marsha went to get up, he stomped her head into the door and pinned her. And I was like, oh no, because she had just had matches with like Mike Bailey where like she literally pulled the mat out the ring, pulled the floorboards up, and drove him straight down into the ground. I was like, I need this in my life. But ladies and gentlemen,
it's interesting because talent like her, right? She from my estimation, just from the few things that I have watched about the few matches I've watched of Masha Slamovich, she's like the female version of John Moxley.
Yeah, she is. She is.
So, she's out here choking dudes out. Like her Larry, the serious, like her power bomb game is impeccable. Like she's on another level, man. I want to see more of her like on prime time TV.
The thing about it is in GCW and for TNA, she faces a lot of women.
Right.
But they ain't on her level. When she goes to GCW, she faces women who face men, and she faces men.
Yeah.
So she has that strength and that ability to pick up and slam and throw and do things that you normally don't see women do.
Right.
I mean, when she won the title and she had 1 or 2 defenses where her parents came out, it's like these little wholesome people, and I'm looking at your daughter like she a beast. I don't know what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to let J News bask in his glory, okay? Because we're about to preview the only thing that has something going on this week until we come back on the 19th. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's right, ladies and
CML,
gentlemen. We have it all. New Japan Pro Wrestling and CMLL presents Fantastica Mania from February 12th to go back one.
uh,
February 12th through the 19th. Yeah, yeah. So
yeah,
those will be the dates there. Um, and we have tag date 2, which is tomorrow, the 13th of February. We have Defunto and Ryusuke Taguchi going against House of Torture member Show and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Pegaso and Tiger Mask versus Magnus and Taiji Ishimori. Los Ingobernables de Japón, Bushi, Tetsuya Naito, Titan, and Kamatachi versus Villante Jr., Stigma, Tomoaki Hanma, and Yo. Sorry about that. Gato, Echicero, and Okamura versus Atlantis Jr., Dark Panther, and Master Wado. Whoa, that's wrong. That's wrong. Master Wado ain't wrestling anytime soon. So
listen. I was like, who they gonna put in there? But
they,
even on
they'll,
their website, they still got him listed, and I'm like, well, who gonna fill in?
this is
Ladies and
probably going to
gentlemen,
be Francesco Akira's spot, more than likely.
no, because he's in the next match.
In the next match? Okay. Then all right, then I don't know. All right, so we have El Desperado, Máscara Dorada, and Místico versus Francesco Akira, Stuka Jr., and Ultimo Guerrero. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Templario, and Volado Jr. versus Doki, Rocky Romero, and Soberano Jr. We then have the 14th of Fantastica Mania. House of Torture, Show and Yoshinobu Kanemaru versus Brillante Jr. and Ryusuke Taguchi. Defunto and Yo versus Bullet Club members Gato and Taiji Ishimori.
Mind you, this match, we know a fill-in for Master Wado.
Yeah. Doki, Magnus, and Okamura versus Dark Panther, Master Wato, and Pegaso. Sorry. Tanahashi, Stigma, Tiger Mask, and Tomoaki Hanma versus Los Ingobernables de Japón, Bushi, Tetsuya Naito, and Titan again with Kamaitachi. Rocky Romero, Soberano Jr., and Stuka Jr. versus Máscara Dorada, Templario, and Volador Jr. Francesco Akira, Hechicero, and Ultimo Guerrero versus Atlantis Jr., El Desperado, and Místico.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I step in. Okay. The 16th, the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th had no matches listed whatsoever. So we will still cover those dates on when we come back on the 19th. Okay?
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, while we're here, because normally this is the end, but I want to show you a preview of the things we're going to talk about from these two companies, and we're going to throw some other companies in there here from time to time. Touch the Sky, I know that's on the 23rd of this month. I don't know the other dates of the other dates. Project GCW. The IWS versus GCW. Uneffing sanctioned is it show. Keep in Touch. Ashes to Ashes. They have a GCW show. Nothing's showing right now. So Much Fun. Role Model. The Block is Hot.
The first thing that came to mind when I read that was that goddamn what was it?
The Cash Money.
Yes, the Cash Money side. The Block is hot. The Block is hot.
That's why it looked like it is, because it's here in New York, and I was like, yeah, we got to do this. We have the Collective in April, GCW and JCW versus the World.
That's cool.
Defy, Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, DDT, JCW again, Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, Freedom Walks again from Progress Wrestling, Joy's Janela Spring Break 8. Yo, Virgil, we did it. GCW for the Culture, Big Gay Brunch 9, GCW versus Tokyo Joshi Pro, Joy Janela Spring Break, Cluster Forever. We have the New Beginning in Sapporo. Mm-hmm. New Japan Pro Wrestling 52nd anniversary. Mm-hmm. It'll be my first time covering it. We'll see how it goes. The New Japan Cup. And
City Riot, folks.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got to be, especially for me. I think Mania weekend, I might have to bash my head into the wall. Because it's like 3 or 4 GCW shows every night On top of, ladies and gentlemen, I will be setting up and doing WrestleMania. So I also shout out to New Japan for not having none that weekend. You helping me out. You helping me out. You gave me a couple of days until Windy City Riot. I'm like, thank you. So we'll be on top of those things. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to remove myself because
Dolores has me under her name currently. But there I am, solo dolo for everyone to listen to, folks. I am here to plug my stuff as I usually do, as Dolores always lets me do. John L, your friendly neighborhood moviegoer. That is me. That is me. Check me out on the Twitter space and as well as an Instagram. I am trying to get the podcast back up and rolling. My work schedule has not allowed me to do much as of late, so I will be relaunching the show in a different format. Hopefully, it works for everybody, and if it doesn't, then I'll figure something else out. But yeah, check me out wherever your favorite podcast streaming company is. All right, that's John L, your friendly neighborhood moviegoer. Check me out there, and yeah, let's chop it up on the internets via the Twitter/X space. I'm on there. I talk mostly Japanese wrestling and movies. So yeah, you can find me there. And thanks for the follow, and appreciate any and all interactions going forward. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
ladies and gentlemen, as we talked about last week, since I had to still plug my brother J News. Don't make me have to come find you. If you don't go to this page, okay? If you don't follow my good brother, he's trying to save y'all some coins. Make you stop wasting your time going to the movie theater and leaving like I've wasted 3 hours of my time. Okay? So I'm trying to help you I'm trying to help you, okay? My good brother, he doing good. So I'm trying to help you. Yeah. You don't accept my help, I'll have to look through your window. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, my good brother J News is doing his spotlight of the week. So here we go.
The spotlight this week, ladies and gentlemen, is I said Okada. Okada was my pick. But I said Okada.
No, you said Ospreay.
I did Ospreay. I thought I said Okada. Anyways, yeah. I'll do it. No matter to me. Will Ospreay is the spotlight of the week.
Okay, you know what it is?
Huh?
You thinking about before last week, because I'm looking at the list. Mm-hmm. I had last week Masha, and the week before you had
Okada. Okay, that's what it was. That's what it was. Okay. So it is.
I was like, all right, crazy. Yeah, there you
go. Right. So the reason as to why I wanted to spotlight Will Ospreay, obviously Will Ospreay is going to be on our TVs very, very soon, being that he has now officially started his AEW contract as of today, February 12th, 2024. Will Ospreay is a full-time AEW contracted wrestler. The reason I wanted to spotlight Will was because Will had a terrific 8-year run with New Japan Pro Wrestling, from being one of the best juniors to being one of the best heavyweight wrestlers to ever come through those doors as a gaijin, as a non-Japanese wrestler. Being the star that he was and is for New Japan Pro Wrestling is something that's been unreal to see. And to use his words, this comes from a dude who, he's on the spectrum, and he's made his fair share of mistakes throughout his life, but he's just trying to do right by himself and the people that he loves the most. Shouts to Will for having his lady at the show yesterday. She kicks ass herself. Shout out to Alex Windsor. Hopefully people will latch on to her work online. She spends a lot of time in the UK Indies, specifically Rev Pro, as their ladies champ. But she does her fair share of work around there as well. But I wanted to spotlight Will because the way that he went out yesterday at the New Beginning in Osaka show was just it was a work of art. To be quite honest, it was one of the wildest matches I had ever seen, and for him to go out gangland style and take the brunt of it and take the hits for his team and take the defeat, and it was to use the kids term, it was cinema, man. And to watch Will go out the way that he did, and then thank the fans and have a basic celebration of his career in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and him be in the emotional state that he was, and just interacting with the fans and throwing up one final United Empire salute at the top of the stage before he ultimately exited the staged arena. It was a beautiful thing to see, man. And then we're gonna get more of Will Ospreay come soon. So I'm not too sure if Will's gonna be on AEW TV this week, but maybe he'll show up at Revolution and things of that nature. But yeah, man, wanted to spotlight Will Ospreay for the sake of what the amalgamation of his career has been in the last 8 years in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Can't thank him enough. And we're gonna, can't wait to see more of him in AEW, man. So shouts to Will, shout out to the United Empire. All those boys are talented as well. Stay tuned, folks. Keep an eye out for the Prince of Pace, Callum Newman. But yeah, Will Ospreay, one time for the one time. We'll see you down the road. And
Yeah.
that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, trying to make sure we come back the way we left. There we go. Because I kept clicking over and it was like J News in my spot. I was like, J News better get in his box. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. We about to do some cleanup. We better run up out of here because me and J News had a long day. I know he got to eat, go to bed. I got to go to bed. I got to go to bed. I literally walked in the house, did like 4 hours of graphics, and then laid down to on the way back up. So I want to go to bed. Okay. I was up all night last night with the Super Bowl. When they went into overtime, it killed me on the inside. Because I was live. You can listen when I watched back, my face told you. And I kept saying, like, okay, we almost 4 hours now. Been here for 4 hours. The best part is when I got to dance to Usher, and I was out there screaming and yelling and just flinging my hair and twirling, and I was just having a good old time. And then my body after that was like, it's time to go. And I was like, I need y'all to wrap this up. I want to hit that Dave Chappelle, but wrap it up. They would do it. In the near future, because I know nobody knows CMLL like that other than J News. So he will walk away with a clean victory every time. We will start back doing predictions. I'm still going to, try to keep them open, put them in Discord. Make sure, you, ladies and gentlemen, you click on the link tree that is in our bio. Also, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you support TWC. Because guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm not on the cookout, okay? Because, a girl be busy. But I just like to let you know I was right. Cody is going to Facebook. Listen, I just want to scream. It is a great moment for Georgia, this great state of Georgia. And I'm going to scream like I did yesterday. ATLANTA, that's where I stay, okay? Y'all better rise up. Cody is going to win. I don't care. I don't care. He gonna win that championship somehow, some way. Don't make me have to jump the barricade. We gonna do this, okay? Usher, brought the whole state of Georgia out. We partying. So he told us to hold on, and we did. He told The Rock, "You slapped me. Your time is coming." That we said tonight. He's like, essentially, it's like I let you pump me once, but you ain't gonna pump me twice, okay? Ladies and gentlemen. The TWC is on the way to WrestleMania. They are good people. These kids get to experience things that most of us grown people have not experienced, and they are developing not just as wrestling fans, but as good people. So make sure you support them. I say, regardless if it's towards WrestleMania, as we know, my good brother Cody Rhodes, you know, he is the Puerto Rican nightmare.
Cuban. Cuban.
Cuban, excuse me. Listen, I'm trying to get myself counseled. Cuban nightmare. He went to Puerto Rico. Listen, everywhere he go, he got an outfit for him. Listen, he gonna show up in Perth, Australia. He gonna be the Australian nightmare. He gonna be everywhere. Okay. So listen, he the American nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
He helping cure black. Devontae is helping Black History. He doing it all, ladies and gentlemen. He for the poor, the hungry. He ready. He like sitting down here like he up here doing it all.
I got nothing. About this one. I got
Cody Devontae Gonzalez, whatever you want to put in there, Rose. That's what he is.
Dolores said Devontae.
I wouldn't be surprised if he come to the next pay-per-view Elimination Chamber, he just come out there with a cheeky on. I don't know, because my brother be out there doing everything. Everything.
That was rich. Oh man.
All this man need is a fade. Then he'll be on point. He got the neck tattoo. I mean, he keep going there. He got the wife. I mean, he just keep it going. I was like, hey, get down with the get down.
Oh man.
And for those who like, well, you know, Cody had a secret. I know he had a secret account. I'm gonna block that out of my memory, okay? I'll block that out of my memory. I'm assuming Devontae now is doing the right thing for Jesus, okay?
Oh God.
Listen. He like, listen, you know how was it? American Express, they said everywhere you want to be. That's Cody. He's everywhere you want him to be. He can be anywhere you want him to be.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All I need him to do is be a winner at this point. That's all I want him to do is win the championship, okay? Absolutely. Can't be letting these Samoans come in and kick your butt like this. That's who you should be. You should turn into a Samoan and try to beat them, because Lord Jesus, man, you fight for your life. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our schedule. You find me and J News here every Monday. This Monday we here at 10 p.m., but 10 a.m. Listen, and for those, I can hear you all typing on your keyboard. You said 10 a.m. Listen, life be lifing sometimes, okay?
Exactly. People have to take care of certain things. Don't make it a thing. It's not this, it's not that. We have to make sure sometimes there are compromises to be made in order for all parties to be able to succeed and do what we need to do in a given day. That's all it is.
Sometimes people get more upset at a time change than they do no show at all. And I'm like, make that make sense. Okay? We came on. J News came on. J News said, I ain't even making the True Hell Heat. I'm here for Workhorse Wrestling Network. Because listen, if J News tell me he want to do a show at 1 a.m., I got him, because I need him. I need him, especially for this fantastic, I can't even say it.
Fantastica Mania. Yes.
Yes, J News be hit. See, look, he goes to his deep-rooted culture to come up to speak. Okay? And me, I already know my limitations. That ain't it. 10 a.m. We'll see y'all next week. I mean, if it changes, it changes. Card subject to change, okay?
Exactly.
I'm going to put it in the corner of every graphic from now on. It's card subject to change, okay? Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, the OGs, the originators, me and J News, we new to this Workhorse Wrestling Network life. I came in the middle of last year. J News, you know, he's now a contributor. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I want to clear that up too. My life be lifing. And so right now, I can guarantee you I'm here on Monday. Any other day, you just gonna have to. I can't promise you that. So 10:30, the OGs, Sammy, ALW, CM, Anika. I will be here tomorrow to talk the things of the things. Okay? Hopefully one day we'll get J News back on to play a game. Hopefully I can win no matter what. Okay? Wednesday, 2:15 p.m. is all for night. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand All for Night has been off for a couple of weeks. My good brother had to recover. Okay? But soon, I'm not sure this week, but soon he'll be coming back. Him and Sammy, ALW and Sammy, talk all things WWE, from previewing and reviewing pay-per-view shows to talking about Monday Night Raw and NXT. Thursday night, you get Aftermath of Dynamite again. That goes for the same thing. Sorry, we have been missing shows, but life be life. And so hopefully we'll come back soon with Aftermath of Dynamite, where you catch ALW and Anika making it explode. Boom! About all things AEW. See, yesterday you got WWE. Thursday you got AEW, where they review and preview all things AEW. They will talk about the Rampage, the Collision, the Dynamite from the day before, and preview those things coming up. And if there's a pay-per-view, they will preview that too. Ladies and gentlemen, Friday, the kids are running the asylum. We left them alone. You'll never know what they're going to say or do on Friday nights, starting at 8 p.m. when we start with SmackDown and end with AEW Rampage. Ladies and gentlemen, forewarning, there might not be Friday Night Fights this week. We're seeing, but, just a little warning in case you were looking for it. Ladies and gentlemen, also, again, Saturdays, we've been missing a couple of shows, but hopefully we'll be back on track, where our brother ALW and our good sister CM go under the radar. As I say, the parents come home on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. and they do a lot of cleaning because night before they don't made a mess. And they talk about all the things such as BTE, ROH, MLW, and TNA. I had to slow that down, ladies and gentlemen, because I always forget Impact is not TNA. Then on Saturday night, it's supposed to be Black Girl Magic, uh, which it still will be. It just be 2 of the 3 Black girls there. AEW Collision Saturday night is all right. AEW Collision watch along, starting at 8 p.m. with our girl CM and our girl Anika. Listen, even though I'm not there, I might pop in sometimes. This is where you come to get your life together, okay? Have a good collision. Ask some questions. Have a good fun. Have a good topic. Listen, when you come to these watch alongs, we like to have fun. We are not just wrestling people. We have lives outside of this. If you want to talk about something, more than welcome. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, on Sunday, coming soon, back again. Enter the square circle with our good brother ALW and Sammy, where they battle it out playing video games, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we're on our wrestling section. My good brother ALW has been getting his head stomped in. I pray that he can win one day. One day when he come back, he can win. Ladies and gentlemen, watch alongs. You can catch it on YouTube audio. That's the icon. Cookout YouTube audio. You can catch that icon. Also, guess what? We are on all platforms, such as Amazon Music, Spotify, YouTube Audio, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and Radio Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, again, trying to lock in the details of telling you how to switch, because I know it is Amazon. Is it Amazon Music that is switching the podcast over?
No.
So, huh?
Google Podcast.
Google Podcasts. That's what it is. See, I have to have all these platforms, and they all look the same to me. Ladies and gentlemen, I try my hardest, because I've gotten some flack on that too, to get you the podcast the next day. but I can guarantee you it'll be on by the end of the week. I can guarantee you that. But I try my hardest to make it the next day. Ladies and gentlemen, we on all social medias. Yes, yes, yes. Check out all our social medias. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we haven't been as active. I know we've hit you with the holidays, which make sure you check out all our holidays because we so much appreciate you and we want to show you every ounce of love and respect and also honor special holidays like we did last time with Martin Luther King. We want to make sure that you know that we see you, we appreciate you, and we also appreciate these things and these holidays and these months where don't always get the spotlight from podcasts and things. We're on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Discord, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Let me say it again, ladies and gentlemen. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Discord, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 retro watch alongs that were done. It's in the playlist on YouTube. Make sure you check it out. April, the OGs of the Workers Wrestling Network, Sammy Anika, CM, and ALW will be having the Workers Wrestling Network Hall of Fame, where they're going to induct some people on this special episode of the Cookout. Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't make me have to come find you. Okay? I'm gonna be looking. Okay, because you're gonna stop by and see my brother J News. You're gonna subscribe. You're gonna like, okay? We gonna big J News up. Because J News deserve to be in great spaces and places, okay? This man come and do the Lord's work for you. Staying up late at night watching New Japan, watching these whack movies. Yeah. Some of
Listen,
these movies you don't watch shouldn't be watched at all.
so I'll say this, man, because Dolores does the Lord's work for real, because she watches these New Japan shows live. You can't catch me out here watching this New Japan shit live. I'm sorry, like that's just not me. That's why I love the system of on demand watching. You know what I'm saying? I get up if my work day goes long and I go to sleep at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and I wake up at 10 a.m. You best rest assured I'm watching that New Japan show that aired at 3 a.m. in the morning at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Standard Time, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I
I ain't
thought I
watching
would
it
have a
live.
break. I said I'm gonna take a break from watching it live, but I still been watching it live, and so I'm debating either on my personal channel or here doing the elimination chamber, which comes on at 4 a.m.
Absolutely
Because
not.
I have a sneaking
Absolutely not.
suspicion
No,
something is gonna happen, and I'm gonna be like, I should have been on it.
no, no. You know how I avoid all spoilers? I just log out of all my social media accounts. And people can't reach me for 24 to 48 hours because I'm still watching as if it was live. You know, I don't go on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to go online. I need to go check out Sean Ross app. SP3 ruins
I wish
everything
I
for
could.
everybody.
My phone literally did. This is the podcast. We have had this conversation before, like for Rampage and Collision most of the time. Collision not so much. Rampage all the time. When I set up the banners, I already know the winners. So when I do a watch along most of the time, it's like I got my arms folded because I'm like, I already know such one. I am so sick of this. And so when it was 2 weeks where they pre-recorded Collision and Rampage, and I lost my crap because I was like, at least one show needed to be live for me to have one good entertainment moment. I went 2 weeks where I was like, I already know who won. I am sick of. Also, I know who wins on Thursday when we do the previews for the weekend. I'm like, come on now, y'all just won't let me have nothing worthwhile. Listen, it's hard for me to turn my social media off only because I run 4 channels and do many people's social media. So You can't run away from it. Can't run away from it. Ladies and gentlemen, as I lose my voice for today, we are going to cut the light out. Thank you, J News. J News on mute, just talking to himself.
Yeah. No, I was because I was doing some late work here.
I was
Just
like, J
trying.
News talking. Is he talking to me? Because I can't hear.
And I was just here doing some late work. I'm one of those people. Yes, I'm weird. I talk to myself while I work. It just gets me through. I don't answer myself, folks. I just verbalize everything that's coming out from here. You know what I'm saying?
J,
So,
J News has not experienced the Dolores experience. ALW. I know he's gonna comment when I say this. ALW has rolled in here. I don't know how many times. And I'm doing graphics and doing stuff. And I'm blasting rap music. And I'm rapping and singing, doing makeup and hair. And he's like, I don't know what to say. I'm like, this is my process. This is my process. Generally, J News rolls in a little shortly, like either right on time or after. So by then, I have stopped the shenanigans. Because I'll be up there like, let's check lip gloss and makeup. I got to do all this stuff. But J News, like, he like, nah, I heard that you're going to do all of this. So I just come in right on time. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you for watching. I know a lot of you all will be a replay game. Comment. I will get to you because my phone dings as soon as you send a comment. Shout out to Chase Oliver, for liking this on Twitter. My boy supports us so much. I appreciate it. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, you have a good night and a good week. We'll
peace,
see you
folks.
then.
See you next time.
Peace.